Chicago FAQs.
How many people asked for jobs?
Memes went through these, so I'm sure he filtered those out.
Okay.
Hey, fellas, can you give us a rundown of all the features of this new office? I've heard there will be a basketball court.
Yes.
But what else besides that?
Yes.
Workout area, tennis court,
Yes.
batting cages, turf area, pool, hot tub, sauna, steam room, pool tables, ping pong, etc.
No ping pong table.
I'll hang up and listen. Oh, we'll have a ping pong table.
Yes, it is. No, we're going to take it away for vibes.
Oh, got it.
It's going to be incredible. It's a big reason for the move is you can't get this type of office in New York City. We'd have to go live like deep into New Jersey or something for that. But the office is going to have a ton of awesome stuff. So a full basketball court, a full golf simulator, full workout area. We're going to have a turf stretch where we can do shit, competitions and stuff. The warehouse is big enough that we'll be able to play wiffle ball. We have a ton of different new studios. PFT is going to have a music recording studio. There's a kitchen for cooking videos. The gambling cave is going to be sick. It's basically, if you thought about like if Barstool Sports met, I don't want to say Dude Perfect.
Just say Dude Perfect.
All right,
Fantasy Factory?
Yeah, Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory. Yes. And then we still have, we're going to have a bigger green screen room, a bigger studio for stuff. Like, it's going to be everything we've wanted. We've loved our time in New York, but this office, I'd say we've outgrown a long time ago.
I also think, you guys have, it was just us three when we moved to New York, but like when we were doing the show remotely, talking about moving to New York, like this is what we were trying to get.
Right. Mm-hmm. Correct.
It just didn't work out space-wise.
Yes.
But this has been something I would say has been in the works, and like it's not, we didn't just start thinking about it. We've always desired like to have this space, and now that we have it, it's going to be
we
great.
Actually looked when we first moved to New York. I remember Dave, Kevin, and I went and looked at spaces, and we looked at a space in Long Island City that was similar to what we're getting, and Dave was like, it's too far away from Manhattan. So it is, yeah. The amount of content that we're going to be able to create day to day is going to be insane just by the space that we have.
Hank has actually been talking to me about maybe getting a full F-18 cockpit flight simulator.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have a new gaming room, too.
So the full F-18, Hank says that there's room in the budget. So that's going to be incredible.
But
I can't wait.
I told him that he just came into some money, and that's a good investment for him.
That is a good point, though, PFT, because we will have a new gaming room, and when the NCAA game comes out, I'll bring back like that kind of stuff. We don't have a lot of those things in this office right now.
When is the move happening?
I'm going to be, I think, the first one out there, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So I'm heading out. I'm heading out in June.
Same.
And going to get to spend a full summer in Chicago. I've spent a grand total of probably 15 to 20 days in Chicago over the course of my life. I'm told it's the best summer city in the country.
It's very fun.
So there will be a fleet of boats. There will be a lot of golf being played.
Yep.
And it will be a great place to get my feet wet.
I'm going to probably move sometime in July, depending on Baby 3 when his arrival is. And then in terms of when the new office will be opening, it's set date of September 1st. So
plan for November.
Yeah, no, there'll be some hiccups to start, but we will hopefully be in the new office for football season. So that's actually a good question because June and July, we might be getting a little creative with some of our taping. I assume people will be cool with that. But we will obviously still have a show every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's just we might be doing a little bit of remote taping. I might come to Chicago and do it in the old office. You guys might come back here for a couple tapings, but we'll figure it out. So there might be about a 6-week stretch where some of us are there and some of us aren't.
Yeah, and if you can't make it out, I'll just do the show with the White Sox Dave.
Yeah, people love that.
Yeah, no, it's going to be. I guess this is probably. We had a lot less listeners back then, but in my mind, it's
no listeners back then.
It's like the same as when we moved to New York,
Correct.
which obviously that summer was very much like
chaotic.
In flux.
Yeah. I mean, with the first 6 months of this show was all Skype.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and technology has come a long way because remember how bad the audio was with Skype shows?
Yeah, and sometimes our producer just wouldn't be awake.
Yeah. Now we have. I actually think Riverside.
Long days on the boat and then trying to record a podcast, like that might happen.
Yeah.
Might happen. Jumping off a bridge into the ocean.
That's why we're not moving to LA.
Yeah. Is the whole PMT crew relocating to Chicago?
Good question.
This is what people want to know.
I'm like 50-50.
I'm less than that.
Yeah. I mean, it seems fun. It seems like a cool city, but I have to be sold on it a little bit more.
So there's a bunch of people moving from the office, including a lot of the PMT guys. I think we're going to do, by April 1st, we'll have a full answer to exactly who's coming and who's not. But Hank, Max, PFT, myself, and then there's, like I said, a bunch of people in the office. I think there's some people in the office that are weighing their options. So by April 1st, we will know exactly. But I think a lot of people know, like Brandon, KB, Nick, Kate, Mark Titus, who else? So my Uncle Chaps is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing some people?
Donnie.
Donnie just dropped that on us yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm very excited
Chef
about
Donnie
that.
and Wonton Don?
So I've heard.
Yes, I've heard that as well. Well, I love Donnie so much. He can't I love Chef Donnie as well, but and I had a conversation with him a few months ago, but Wonton Don came up to me and was like, I was just thinking maybe like I travel a lot. Like, maybe I'll come to Chicago. I was like, yes, dude, yes.
Yeah, he brought that up out of nowhere a couple days ago. I was like, yeah, okay,
yes. That would rule.
Yes.
Jerry's coming. Maybe Stephen Shea. There's a lot of people, so it'll be great. It'll be a great group.
Big T.
Maybe. Yeah. So there's a lot of good people.
First, congratulations on the move. Do you think it will be harder to get guests in Chicago versus New York City?
Good question.
I think the truthful answer to that is yes.
A little
bit, because there just won't be as many guests. But
in-person guests.
Our mission will be to be the spot that you go. Like, we're Chicago. If you're coming there for sports, you're going to stop and talk with us.
Yeah. So I've thought about this because obviously there'll probably be the way I've broken it down in my brain. I think a lot of people who listen to this show, there's some really good guests. Joel Dahmen was a good, why am I losing my words? Was a good example of that. A guy we never met comes on, great guest. We'll still be able to do that, obviously, via Zoom. There are also some interviews that we do with the press junkets that don't always land. I think those are interesting, but we might lose out on a couple of those. But like PFT said, I do think that because we're the #1 sports podcast, whenever people come to Chicago, they will come, especially to our office, and want to see that. So it might be a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be drastic enough that people are going to be like, oh my God, they can't get any guests. And we'll throw this out there. We are going to travel still to get guests if we have to. Like, we've been talking about doing a week in LA every year. Like, if we have big guests, a lot of our big guests we travel to, and we will still do that.
Is ABP going to make sure to have loud heating pipes in the new Chicago pod room?
Yes, and I want to be next to a fire station.
Yeah.
Those are my only 2 requests that I asked him.
Yeah.
As long as I have 3 requests for him, I want to have the worst pipes in America. I want to be next to an ambulance, and then I would also like the Wi-Fi to never work.
Yes.
So we've got the right man for the job.
I'm pretty sure these pipes are voice activated.
Yes, I'd agree. Max, are you excited to be behind the glass?
Sure.
Max is going to be behind the glass.
We're going to have glass?
Because they can edit it faster.
That's pretty sick.
When they're actually... So I didn't know this. Hank told me this. We've been doing this for 7 years.
Is that true?
Oh, you made this up?
Hold up, let him
Wait,
cook.
you made this up?
No, I don't think. I think you just misunderstood what I was saying. Finish your thought though, because I'm curious what your interpretation.
Hank
was.
said that when we finish recording, they have to take it all from these computers and they can't edit it until they go back to their computers. True or false? You said that to me.
True.
That takes
the
5 minutes.
Oh, he made it seem like it was a big fucking deal.
No. The point was that we have Memes, Evan, and Shane who are not in the room.
Oh.
So they can listen live
and
make notes and write
it.
like
that makes
that's
sense.
a good clip, whatever.
That makes
in
more
real
sense.
time.
I thought Memes was just
but
listening somehow on his computer.
No,
right now.
like we record for an hour and then they
There's no
listen.
Zoom.
Yeah.
BFT, did you think that?
Memes comes in occasionally and he references something that we talked about.
I feel like
at
that
one
sneaky
point
bitch
it's
is
possible,
listening.
but like
Yeah.
No, on the weekends he can go and listen in the control room.
Got it.
But
So
during
now
the
we'll have
week,
everyone
yes.
in the we'll have everyone in the room, and then Max and the boys will be behind the glass with mics so they can still talk, but it'll be nice for them. The show should get better for that.
yes. My favorite days of Barstool were in HQ2 when everyone was always interacting with each
Yes.
other and there was drama captured on stool scenes. Is that part of the vision for Chicago office, and what was the main motivation for the move to Chicago?
That is it right there, what they just said. So that was also my favorite time. COVID happened. The New York office, a lot of people spread out. It's not really popping. Like if it's us a lot of times, and there's not a ton of people. I mean, there's people who come in and out, but they don't come every day. There's a lot of people who come a couple times a week. It's not consistent. The first New York office was consistently a madhouse. The Chicago office is going to be pretty much the only requirement is you have to show up every day. And so that will hopefully bring back some of that je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, and I guess the thing about this move is there's a lot that we can say that we're going to do once we get there, and we do have a lot of big plans. But the fact that it's going to be a brand new place, brand new people interacting, there will be side projects and spin-offs and new series and all sorts of new stuff that we can't possibly predict right now until we get out there and start mixing everybody out in that terrarium with each other and see what's clicking. So,
but that person's point is exactly what I've thought, is that it's kind of it hasn't died here, but it's definitely slowly petered out, and a lot of people are in, the space is just not good for it anymore.
I think COVID, we started coming in the general, for probably a year or so, it was basically we don't want people interacting at the office. Come to the office, do your show, and leave, and that has just kind of stayed as the people's routines.
Right.
Yeah. We just kind of pretended that we weren't allowed to come into the office, the other way, we pretended that we were allowed to come into the office for a long time.
Right. We just came in, but it was man, we probably shouldn't have all these people here, so just come in and do your show and leave.
Right.
Don't be interacting.
But the madhouse is going to happen.
There should be a daycare in the office.
That's a bad idea.
Barstool Sports.
All right, couple last ones. Where did it go? Oh, do you have any nerves moving cities and offices? Big step. Excited for you all.
Moving sucks.
Yeah, the act of moving sucks. I'm very excited.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I'm very excited. I'm
gonna play so much golf.
Yeah, there's a shitload of golf courses that you can drive. I mean, that's the other thing. People can have cars, all this stuff. But the act of moving is the worst. I haven't thought about it yet, especially I'm going to have 3 kids I'm moving. That part, yes, I am going to hate so much.
So
might just burn it all.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe sign it, interior design deal or something.
What kind of interior design will just show up with a flamethrower?
No, just get rid of all my shit and get shit.
Oh, I like that. I like that move.
Yeah.
I would like new wardrobe, everything.
Yeah.
New city, new you.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That, dude, you should do that.
Bring my TVs.
Don't even bring them.
I got a big TV.
I'm doing 7 on my wall.
So, looking at Chicago houses, a lot of them have the same type of format where the basement is
Which
just
is 133.
The basement's just guy room.
Yeah.
And I've been looking at every single basement and just imagining, because I've missed basements so much. I grew up with basements. I didn't have one. My friends had basements. They're the best places to hang out in the world.
Yes.
Don't have them in Texas. The ground's too hard. Don't have them in New York. I'm gonna have the best basement of all time. It's gonna be all my pent up basement envy that I had as a child, not having one of my own. I'm going to turn my basement into the best room in any house that I've ever been in.
Yeah,
it's a perfect place for a flight simulator.
Think about this.
There's not going to be enough room.
Going to having rooms in your home that you don't even go in.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in New York City.
Yeah.
You use every single fucking piece of your house.
Are you going to have that one weird room in your house where you walk in and then you turn to the left and it's that room that nobody goes into?
Yeah, there's always that room. Fuck that room.
Yeah,
that room sucks.
That room sucks.
Like basically Thanksgiving, Christmas, and one other time of year.
But it's not even the dining room. It's
it's a
room
the sitting
with
room for cheese before, because it's oh, we shouldn't be watching TV right now. Let's all sit and have a conversation. Fuck conversation. Put on the TV.
That room it's the room that your parents bring you into when they're telling you that they're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
And it's never used besides that.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, we're very excited. I'm sure there'll be more questions. But yeah, the big pieces that people should take away is September will hopefully be the new office opening. The move will happen over the summer. Also, we've been talking, I think, what we're going to do. So we'll all have moved, but I think we might do a back to our roots grit week and go through the Rust Belt and maybe we bring our piles. That's how we do it. We bring our piles on the RV.
I was thinking about that. 2 things related to the pile. One is we're going to have to get rid of our piles before we leave somehow. 2, Do you think people right now are looking at our corner and already like mentally staking claims on where they're going to sit?
This studio is being taken by someone.
Yeah.
They don't know yet. I ask all the time. They don't know.
They don't know who's taking it?
Give us a hint.
Why
I don't know.
What if we just lock the door when the last one leaves?
We should leave it like this is a time capsule.
Yeah. We should do a time capsule.
Museum. People can start.
We should do a
to the
time
office.
capsule before we leave New York.
Yeah.
We should bury a box in Central Park.
Yeah, and we should make it just filled with lies about stuff that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, congrats to the Commanders and the Bears won 6 Super Bowls during the initial run of Part of My Take.
A shitload of predictions, too.
Yeah.
That, like, we were like, see, we told you the Rangers in 2055 was going to win the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do that. Time capsule. There's a dude who buried a beer in college.
We should keep the lottery ball machine
came back and just like grabbed the shovel and just started digging. It was like, what the fuck are you doing? It was just one single bush light.
That's awesome.
That's
dude's rock. Yeah, somebody make sure to put a note down, put in some sort of memory machine for us to do
leave
a
the
time
lottery
capsule.
ball.
No, we're not.
We'll
We're not
that.
leaving the lot. We're not.
Core's
only,
actually
we're not
said-
only bringing the lottery ball. I'm buying a bigger lottery ball machine that you'll lose on that too. We're gonna have one that's like featured in the office.
We should do a ball pit.
Yeah,
And all the balls have numbers on them.
And
What about
Hank
the
still
green
can't get it.
couch?
Fuck that green couch.
Green couch. We should.
I mean,
we should
it's broken and never got fixed.
We should sell that. We should sell that for charity.
Yeah, people would buy it
Yeah.
for charity.
I almost matched, but we don't know how much that will sell for.
A lot.
A lot.
What if we burn it?
Burn couch would be
Yeah, you're
fun.
right. You know what? Fuck those
Yeah, fuck
charities.
the
Fuck the kids.